Good morning, class. So this is lesson 5, and to start off with, the assignment is to describe how the economic depression affected both A, Germany, and B, Japan. And we'll go ahead to look at the economic depression of 1929 and how it affected the League of Nations. So the Wall Street crash in the USA caused global economic problems, and trade and industry were affected by these. And then you'll also notice that relations between countries deteriorated and led to political changes within countries. And some of the changes that took place in the 1930s were: one, America stopped giving loans, which affected businesses in other countries, hence, there was an increase in unemployment. Then, two, the tariffs to stop imports further affected businesses. And then we look at number 3, countries started to rearm in order to create jobs and promote industries. And some of the countries that rearmed were Japan, Britain, Italy, and Germany. Then number 4, some of the changes, you'll notice that in America, nearly 2,000 banks collapsed as people withdrew their savings. And 5, 3 years later, over 12 million people were unemployed in the USA. And we'll go on to look at how the economic depression affected the League's 1920s international cooperation spirit. And so, one, Britain, despite being one of the leaders of the League, was unwilling to sort out international disputes while her economy was suffering. For instance, Britain did not try to resolve the Manchuria crisis as her priority was to rebuild her economy. And then number 2, you'll notice that the economic depression, forced the USA to stop helping imposing economic sanctions, and these would further weaken its economy. And 3, Germany was adversely affected by the depression. You'll notice that there was an increase in unemployment, poverty, and chaos. And Adolf Hitler rose to power, though not in good terms with international powers. So Hitler planned to invade Germany's neighboring countries and make Germany great again after Germany had lost in the First World War. And then we also find that Italy was faced with economic crisis, and this encouraged Mussolini to attempt building empires overseas as a plan to distract people's attention from the difficulties that the government was undergoing. And then for Japan, so Japan was threatened with bankruptcy by the depression, as her main export was silk to the USA. And due to the depression, USA was buying less, and less money coming in meant they didn't have enough money to buy raw materials. So Japan planned on taking over empires, that is, weaker countries that could provide the raw materials that Japan needed. So Japan started off by invading Manchuria in China and the Far East in 1931. And if you look below, there's an image just to give you an idea of everything that was happening. So, as Japan did not have enough raw materials like iron ore and coal, since these were being imported from China, and yes, to your left, you'll see where Manchuria is.